How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video here with me, Arne Huschenbeth. Today we're trying out Quintorius combo. No, not really. It's more a Burrow's Discover deck. It doesn't try to combo with Quintorius Kand, but it tries to discover into the Sage of the Skies as your final piece, which then makes two 2/3s, which is pretty awesome. As if you've cast another spell this turn, copy the spell. And there we have 12 ways to find it. Etali's Favor, Discover free, give a creature 1/1 and trample. Geological Appraiser, discover free as well. So you can either find the Favor, which then finds the Sage, or another Etali's Favor for what it's worth, and so on and so on. And then you have Quintorius, who finds your Appraiser, and then maybe Sage, etc. So you can build pretty hefty board states very quickly with this deck. And the restriction, of course, is that you have to play cards that cost more than 3 mana, that are not Sage of the Skies and Etali's Favor. So you cheat a little bit here with Virtue of Loyalty, making a 2/2 for 2 mana, but costing 5. Same thing with the Riling Dawnbreaker, which I didn't expect to see it constructed, to be fair. But yeah, another 2-drop, also a 5-drop down the line, I suppose. And then we also have another 2-drop here in the Autonomous Assembler, which is a 2/2 that can grow itself, or other assembly workers for what it's worth. And yeah, it's essentially another card you can play early, so you can equip the favors onto these 2-drops, find you the Sage of the Skies on turn 3, which is the power play. And then as removal, we play these 7 spot removal spells, 4 Right Send, and then here we have the Charring Bite, deal 5 to target creature without flying. Yeah, again, not costing less than 3 mana, but kind of costing 2 mana. So perfect for this deck. That is really it. That's the main deck. That it's just simple as that. Sort of like a mid-range deck that plays to the ground well. That puts a lot of power onto the board. And of course, this card seems excellent into the red decks. Excellent to like Slick Shot. Also like Cori Steelcutter. I mean, you can just raise Cori Steelcutter effectively with this, or annoyingly block it. And you can. What am I trying to say? You can, against what's it called? Against Mono Red, of course, is also really, really good as just two free flying creatures. Just amazing. So I think those matchups should be pretty okay, I would say. Yeah, that's my suspicion. By the way, where's this deck from? It's from the regional championship in Minneapolis, where Brian O'Neill started off 4-0 and then was featured during coverage with this deck. And I watched some of that, and that definitely caught my attention. So here we are. He didn't make the Pro Tour, but he did make day 2. So making day 2 at a regional championship is not easy. The competition is tough. You have to qualify for the event. So that's respectable. Mana base, we have some utility lands here, Mirrex and Cori Monastery. Not quite sure what's up with all these Mirrex. Maybe a personal favorite. Usually you see Fountain Porch. We do have some tokens as well that we can sacrifice into Fountain Porch. Free Mirrex seems a little aggressive in that direction. And then we utilize 2 Cori Monastery, which I like. That seems like a solid land to run, especially when you're running Parlor instead of the Bivouac, the red-white man land. You have plenty of ways. Oh, I guess not plenty. You have 9 ways of having this come into play untapped, which is probably on the... Yeah, it's fine. You could play maybe only 1 copy of this to have your lands come into play untapped more often. And then the sideboard. We're looking at 3 copies of Rest in Peace. So here we have a nice utilization of sort of your deck against a graveyard-reliant deck like Omniscience, where we can just take out all the Sage of the Skies and then put in all these Rest in Pieces and always find Rest in Peace with our discovers. So we essentially have like 15 Rest in Pieces, which is pretty awesome. Then we have a lot of Imodane's Recruiter, which also will be swapped for the Sage, presumably completely, against control decks, where you can just haste in there with a lot of damage, especially if you go Appraiser into Imodane's. That's like 8 damage in itself, or 7, sorry, 4 + 3. I can't count. So yeah, it's kind of a sweet utilization there. And hey, the backside, we're a mid-range deck. We play a lot of lands. Might come up to train troops, make some knights, play it as a grindy card in that regard as well. Beza, the Bounding Spring, 2 copies of that. which we can, which you Etali's favor and an Appraiser, of course, always get a Sage, but the Quintorius could theoretically get the Beza. But I assume that's fine. Like if you play against a deck where Beza is good, you play Quintorius, you get a Beza, you drain them for 2. That's pretty good. And then we have 3 copies of Wilt-Leaf Liege against Pixie, of course, and then we have some higher end cards here. The 4th copy of Twinmaw, as it is, you know, a pretty good removal and kind of the only one we can play, right? And then we have 2 copies of Season of the Burrow here, which is just sort of like maybe your anti-mid-range card, maybe your anti-domain card a little bit. Exiled any non-land permanent, returns target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That effect is not very good in this deck, as we don't have much. We just have the favor, which we can return, I suppose. Returning this isn't great because it's just a 2/3. So yeah, the modes of like exile 2 permanents is probably the most relevant here, I would say. Yeah, I mean, this deck is kind of sweet. I really like the idea of it. It's definitely something I didn't think about at all, that you can do with Sage of Disguise out of Taki Dragonstorm. So yeah, super cool idea, and let's try it out. Okay, we do have the favor. We're on the draw. I could use my white to make a virtue. It's a lot of removal spells though, and not a lot of lands, and Mirrex's land. I think it's better off as a mulligan here. Tease Mirrex's. I guess I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Okay, Elegant Parlor. Is it a mirror match? Hired Claw. It's not. Hired Claw in the same deck as Elegant Parlor is certainly interesting. But yeah, I think I'm happy playing against the red deck. I think those matchups are pretty good. Okay, especially opponents who miss land drops. This unfortunate fact is that all these creatures are shockable. Yeah. I think... also pretty awkward drawing all my tap lands here. Should have kept the Mirrex, huh? Yeah, well, it's fine. I mean, we can use our mana pretty well here. We can... I'm gonna Monster's Rage? No. Okay, they're just gonna plot. Okay. Alright. Well, then I guess I'm gonna kill this. And hopefully my 2/2 survives. I really got punished for not... I guess it's not that bad. I do have a play next turn. I did get punished for not keeping the Mirrex, huh? But I don't know. Felt like that was okay the way I played that. Okay. Oh, no land. Well, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, now we could hit another favor, theoretically. Yep. That's what's up. Just free extra power. Okay. Fair enough. And there we go. I mean, that was 3 mana, get the Sage of Disguise, and 3/3 on my 2/2. Pretty good. And next time we're gonna do Quint into another Sage, and maybe we hit Appraiser first, and then we get multiple cast triggers from the Quint ability here. So like if we hit the Appraiser into the 4th favor into Sage, we would drain them for 6, right? So that's pretty damn good. I could play around Monster's Rage by double blocking. Or I could just do this. I think I'm just gonna do this, because if I double block one, they can just raid. Oh, nice. Okay, Barstone didn't play around that card. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's not too bad though, because like I'm doing pretty good stuff here. And I'm like very fine still. Okay, another favor. Let's go. I mean, it's not an Appraiser. Appraiser would have been better, but it's an extra drain, I suppose. It's not the worst, not the worst. All right, they're almost dead. They go to 9, and then I hit them for 6. Boom. All right. And now I'm at 24. So if they attack, I'm just not gonna block. Because you know, there's no way I'm dying, even against 2 slick shots. I mean, if I play a land, they have like 2 burst lightning and a rage, or 2 rage and a burst lightning. I guess that's the most damage. It's like 7 from the burn and then plus 14. So it's 21, I guess. But yeah, that's like literally the maximum they can deal me. Rage, burst lightning, and that's just 21. So I don't need to block. Okay, awesome. So I guess I have Twinmaw and Beza coming in. And what comes out? Maybe the Dawnbreaker? Although I kind of like having some early plays for my favor. Maybe Quint. Quint seems pretty awesome though. Beza. Do I even need Beza? I feel like the matchups against the red decks are already so fantastic. Do you even need Beza? And it doesn't block Slickshot. Like, Slickshot is a way I can lose, I think. Because I only have, like, these cards that deal with Slickshot. I guess I can play dragons to block, but that's super slow. Right? Like, I only have these to deal with Slickshot, which, to be fair, Sage does. But if they have a Slickshot and I don't have a creature, so I can't get out my Sage early on, that wouldn't be great. You know what? I think I just don't want to have the Beza in my deck. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy, but... Yeah, maybe that's crazy. I don't know, but it just... Maybe I should cut Etali's favor? Nah, can't be right, can it be? Maybe it is correct, though, because they have, like, a bunch of shocks. Okay, so now this is a hand without any fast, but I do have a Quint. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, it's not great, but it's also not terrible. Oof, these 2/2s look real. Definitely not. Jesus. Yeah, playing all these shitty cards doesn't feel great. Oh, double Swift Spear. Okay, pretty fast. Alright. What happened there with the land, by the way? Like, did they not have a mountain? Did they play the wrong land on turn 1? I think I want to play this, right? Because this I can activate, play another 2-drop next turn instead of Virtue. But yeah, it's just gonna get burned, probably. If I had Etali's favor, I might have waited. Oh, okay. Alright, we're playing this game now. I don't even know if that's that bad for me. I mean, it's not great, but... Huh. Interesting. Alright, I guess I'll play a 2-free lifelinker. Okay. Well, their prowess is obviously a lot less threatening without... Their removals. Okay, that's not great. I go pretty low here, which is annoying. Yep. Alright. Okay. Interesting. High Noon, yeah, I mean, High Noon being an effective sideboard card. That's a little unfortunate, I guess. It feels like it obviously sees a lot of play. Interesting, like red splashing for High Noon now. Yeah, that's the play. What's going on here? I'm going really low. It's like I have to be careful. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna block both, maybe? And then they play something and then I pump the other or something like that. Because I can choose which one to grow. They have a rage here. They have a strike. See, okay, so now I can just grow my guy here and just eat the Swift Spear. So this was pretty good for me, actually. This was like... They traded 1 strike and a Swift Spear for no damage. Yeah, we can do that again. I'd be down. I'd be down to do that one again, for sure. Okay, they seem to have a 2-mana spell, which is not great for me. What is it? A Helix? A Charm? Probably just a Charm. They're close to killing me, for what it's worth. Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting the Quint out and making some free twos. I can't discover against the Noon. They're gonna charm my face. I go to 6. The Noon being a 5 damage burn spell is kind of neat in like a Boros aggro deck. But if they sack it, I can start gaining life with Quint. Yeah, I mean, Beza will come in for sure against this High Noon nonsense. Because now they can shoot me for 5 in the end of turn and then maybe just kill me when they untap with like a burst lightning, and I can't gain life in the meantime. They're just chomping me. Okay. They're at 13. Just play Virtue. Oh, look at that combo, Virtue and Assembler. Get to untap it. Alright, yeah, I mean, I'm dead to a burn spell. It is how it is. Okay, fair enough. GG. Alright, fair enough. Helix and Lightning Strike. Lots and lots of burn. Okay, Beza definitely coming in. And, okay, I mean, Quint is pretty bad. I mean, most of these cards are really, like, all of these cards are really bad into High Noon. Interesting. The Stormbrood would have been awesome to draw for and gain 5 life there for what it's worth. Yeah, so I will need to trim some of those, I think. Season of the Burrow can exile the High Noon for what it's worth. It can also make an indestructible Sage of the Skies. Like, I'm just thinking about like these scrappy games. The Quint at least pumps out free twos. It's not as embarrassing as these two cards. I'll play one season. I don't know. Yeah, High Noon is a bit problematic. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I was kind of missing a little bit of life gain there. I think that I would have won the game if I had the 6 mana dragon, right? Like that. If I would have played that on turn 6 there, that would have been GG. Or like a Beza, which I didn't bring into my deck, of course. So that one's on me. But yeah, High Noon doesn't seem... It is going to be devastating against some of your draws, but it doesn't seem like unbeatable. I think I don't want that. I think I want lands, mostly. I don't have Etali's favor, so I don't need an early creature either. Okay. Definitely don't want that. Alright, fair enough. Yeah. I need Right's End against that thing. That's pretty good against my hands. Okay. It's pretty good with Noon as well. But yeah. I think I'm just gonna make this bigger and hope they just have a bunch of Lightning Helix effects. I can't cast that. But can I put it in my hand still? Oh, I can still draw it. Oh, that's actually... I didn't think about that. Yeah, discover if you don't cast it, you can put it in your hand. That's actually pretty good. Like, then High Noon is a lot less threatening. Oh my god, 2 Nemesis. Oh, Right's End, okay. Well... Sure, I'm gonna just cast it now. If I would wait... I guess I could have like dealt 5 to... No, she seems so bad. I mean, yeah, and then get rid of everything. But then they kill my guy. Probably. Oh, another High Noon. Okay. Well, if they can't get rid of the lifelinker, I don't care about the Nemesis. They seem to have something. Okay, I think I'm just gonna Quint. I'm at 17. Yeah. Just gonna make a free 2. gum up the board a little bit. Yeah, my 3-4 is going distance here. And as soon as I start drawing more lands, like if I can play this guy on next turn, like I'm gonna win the game. This card is pretty awesome, honestly. Maybe we're gonna see some constructed play with this card. The 2-mana option is pretty good. I mean, 2-mana deal 5 is really good rate, and on top of it, you just get the dragon. I think you would play this card in maybe Jeskai control if it wouldn't be for the fact that it doesn't work with Shiko. Okay, they're nooning my. I mean, I guess they have to. They didn't even attack my guy. They didn't want to trade. Okay. So I can go Sage and then Virtue on their turn. Nah, I don't think I'm attacking, to be honest. I don't think I want to trade the Nemesis for 2 of my guys. I really like this deck. The idea is just awesome. And maybe you can do some more fine-tuning. I mean, the Mirrex, questionable. I haven't really looked at other things you can do, you can play. But yeah, the idea is definitely cool. All right, we have awesome plays at our disposal here. Opponent's at 11. 2, 4, 7, block one of these. Like, doesn't really matter. I guess I'll just play this guy. I think I could play either of them and win by a mile. Like, at this point, yeah. No, this game's over. I don't know how they ever come out of this. That's good to see. It's good to see, you know, the obvious hate card not actually being that effective against the deck. Because, you know, 3-mana 2/3 lifelink, not totally embarrassing. And, like, did the trick definitely in game 2, where we went just 1+1 on it, and that was good enough. All right, awesome, sweet stuff. I guess. I don't have it discover until turn 5, but, you know, I'm going to explode at that point. Another opponent playing that on turn 1, okay. Exile top copy until you may play that card. So that works with Quint, right? Yeah, whenever you cast a spell from exile. Not a Burrow's opponent. Ah! It is the mirror match! Let's go! Someone found the deck too. Someone watched coverage. Considering I do not have Etali's favor right now, I'm going to block. What's my thinking right now? Yeah. Oh no. They might have Etali's favor. I think I just have to play the Sage here. Just have to do something. They might have the favor, but don't have the land. Yeah. Yeah, that works. I'm not gonna block. Okay, they're just missing land drops, and I'm just... I have some lands for you, buddy. You can have some of mine. You can right send me, but that's fine. Okay, well, me being able to Quint next turn is pretty good, of course. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Yep, you got it. Okay, you got it. That's a little risky into Right's End. And they kind of have to know that they're playing the mirror match right now, so, you know, I have the same cards as you. Tapping it there, not great into Right's End. Anyhow, let's go the distance. Alright, I want to hit a Geological Appraiser. There you go. Rain. Now we can hit all 4 favors before we hit a Sage. Okay. Always unlucky. Man, Virtue of Loyalty is pretty bonkers in a deck that puts so many creatures into play. Yeah, I mean the game is over, I would think. I mean, they could Etali's favor a bunch of times, but I think I have too much of an advantage at this point. Okay, the mirror match. Funny. Season of the Burrow, I guess, to exile Virtue of Loyalty and Quintorius seems reasonable. What do I not like? How about the removal spells? The right send seems pretty bad here, I would say. It can kill a big favor creature, but it can't, like, interact with the favor, which is what you want in your removal spell. Like, all the other stuff is, like, kind of whatever. There's not really a great creature you want to exile or kill, so I think right send is pretty bad. This guy is kind of interesting, but I think Sage is better. More powerful. Yeah, Sage has to be better. Okay, I think I'm going to cut the right send, add the Stormbrood, add the Season. And maybe leave a right send. Yeah. The Stormbrood can at least, like, kill if they play, like, the Assembly on turn 2, I can just kill it. Yeah, this seems a bit of a coin flippy matchup. It's not much. I mean, we're probably playing an exact 75 card mirror match. So, yeah, there's not. I don't think there's much skill involved. Okay, this hand is pretty bad. I have my worst card in my hand, and I have a bunch of 2/2s. I have good mana, but a bunch of 2/2s. I mean, Virtue of Loyalty is not just a 2/2, but oof, this hand is just not that powerful. I think I'm gonna mulligan into something more powerful. Okay. Yeah, this is more powerful for sure. Interesting actually. I think I gotta keep the high end, but I mean theoretically, like, going this into Assembler, into Virtue, into Appraiser is pretty nice. But Quint seems just bonkers. So I probably, I mean, to be fair, if I have the Virtue, I have a pretty good 5 to play. Alright, I'm gonna go with this. I don't know. Interesting decision point. Ooh, nice. Nice. So if I go Virtue on turn 2, that's basically impossible to disrupt. Because they can't right send it, and they can't bite or whatever it's called, Showering Bite. So I have a favor here on turn 3, which is, you know, the best possible. They do not. Awesome. Very nice. Okay. No freebie Etali's favor, but that's fine. This is already pretty powerful. Do I attack for my 3/3? They might have another 2/2 here. To double block me. It's probably okay to attack. And if they single block me, I'm happy. If they do take 3, I'm also happy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Virtue of Loyalty seems extremely important to like go over the top of this, because this is gonna lead to a board stall, right? So having the Virtue to go over the top seems necessary in the mirror match. Or Quintorius. Both of them seem pretty good, because it's gonna stall out like this. Oh, they took in the Recruiter. Okay. Interesting. The Recruiter is just a single creature. And the Sage is so good at playing defense, you know? I will just block everything, I guess. I mean, I do have the Virtue, but I also have another Appraiser coming here. Just clean house. Seems reasonable. Yeah, I mean, this seems like the Recruiter just seems worse than the Sage to me. Okay. All right. No. Okay. I only have one more Sage in my deck. It was kind of bad to draw this. But I guess I don't have any Discover spells right now, so... doesn't matter too much. Maybe they hit a Recruiter again. Okay, so they have Recruiter and Sage in their deck. Maybe they just have like a Mises Recruiter instead of the Right Sand, I guess. I can double block with these guys. They also have a Virtue for what it's worth, so... just block like this. Okay. Alright. They can cast Virtue next turn. Yeah, I mean, that has to be the play. But I'm certainly behind on the Virtue stuff, which is... oh, man, I wish I would have hit at least a favor there. Now I have 3 favors in my deck that don't do anything. That basically, yeah, yeah. I don't have a way to shuffle this back into my deck. So the favor is just 1+1 for 3 mana. Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah, there's hardly a better play than this, I think. How is this gonna end? I don't even know, but... then we're gonna just stare at each other for the rest of the game here? It's like, I can't remove these Sages. Well, I have Season of the Burrow in my deck, I guess. The unfortunate part is that they still have maybe 3 of them in their entire deck. That is not great for me. They attack with that? Why? Just because? Just because? Okay. Sure. I mean, I could Charmoil it, I guess. Having a big flying dragon, though, seems kind of awesome. So I'll just block. Quintorius would be bad for me. Running into the mirror match, such a classic. This is the Mirror Breaker, Season of the Burrow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think we're going to the next game. Yeah, this mirror match seems pretty low skill. So it comes down to who has the virtue, who just has a little bit more of the powerful stuff. Yeah. My opponent's certainly the one. Alright, I'm just gonna save some time, I think. Like, okay, we can surveil, I suppose, but it looks pretty grim right now. That's 1+1 for 3 mana. Yeah, the virtue advantage is gonna lead to a victory for my opponent. I can play maybe a little bit more until I find, like, maybe I draw seasons here. Why are they attacking? If I draw seasons for the virtue, I can play more, but if not, I'm dead. Yeah, that's a little bit more of the good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess I can play another game. I can play one more turn. If I draw seasons on the next draw step, I can still play the game. But if I don't, I can probably concede. That is a card that is also pretty powerful. Alright, I guess I'm not conceding quite yet. Okay, now we have virtue against virtue again. Oof. Well, they do have the Planeswalker though, so they have 6 flyers and I have also 6. No, I have 7 actually. 4, 5. No, yeah, I have 6 as well. Yeah, but it's the Quintorius. Like they have just more stuff and they have bigger creatures. The bigger creatures are not the problem, but the Quintorius is definitely the problem here. Also, they still have 1, 2, 3. Okay, they have one more Sage in the deck. Maybe you just want to have more hits. So for like the stalled game, you want to have more hits. That's why you play Recruiter. I guess so. Maybe. Yeah. I guess I'll just kick out the. I just kick out the thing, the right end. Okay, they also drew one of them. All right. Fair enough. So all 8 in play right now. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Well, there's definitely have to do this and this, huh? There's no choices here. They have 2 cards left. They didn't play a land for what it's worth, so they have 2 spells in hand. Now you can Charm Ward their Assembler. But I think that's okay. I'm just gonna activate my Assembler. Alright, now we have Virtue advantage, so we're winning the game now. That's kind of crazy. We literally drew 2 of our very best cards here. 2 of the literally, Virtue and Season are the best cards in that situation where we're in. We drew Virtue into Season. Yeah, and if you draw another Virtue, like the game, pretty over for my opponent. I guess they all, like, yeah. I still haven't drawn a Quint for what it's worth. Ugh. The Quint emblem is also pretty damn good, right? Play those cards. Yeah, the Quint emblem is dangerous, and they can get there soon. Yeah, another Quint is problematic, to say the least. They, yeah, I don't know. What the heck? Okay. All right. What the heck? Okay, so do I make rabbits or do I kill one of these flyers? Just what the heck happened? I literally drew my I drew Virtue into Burrow? What? It's unreal. Okay. Next turn Quinn, please? Can I ask for that? Okay, so yeah, getting Etali's favor doesn't do anything, so there's no option for that. So it's either make rabbits, which are pretty low impact right now, or kill a flyer and give them another card. It's so interesting because I don't want to give them more draws to Virtue, because Virtue is obviously the card that wins. My goodness, what a board state. 5, 8, 11 creatures. I have 5, 9. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do once and leave them with the big flyers, but it doesn't feel great either. This is wild. Wild. They have a lot more cards than me, which makes me a little nervous, but I do have the Virtue advantage, which is good. Magic. Magic at its finest right now here. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Opponent has too many good cards. This is the third Quint. I mean, I drew 2 Seasons and 2 Virtues. They drew Seasons, 3 Quint, and 1 Virtue. They're up on me in terms of good cards. Man. So exile any number of target cards from your graveyard, add red for each card exiled, and you can play those. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna kill me. For sure. And I don't have a way to kill the Quint any longer in my deck. I have 5. Yeah, I mean, I'm not close to having enough creatures. I'm starting to grow my creatures into a reasonable size, but not quite big enough to punch through, especially against all these high toughness flyers. They have 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 creatures. Cori Mountain Monastery is a nice one. I activated immediately, okay. It is Assembler, alright. Drain me with the Quint. Make another 3/2. I mean, if they minus it, they gain 7 red plus 11, 15, 16 probably. 16 mana to then cast Season. And like a couple guys. Immodanes. They can Seasons my Virtue. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world, but it's not good. Yeah. Alright. Don't really have any attacks right now, I think. That's gotta be better than a random card. 1, 2, 3. I mean, they can eat these guys if I attack for all. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, on the ground. They have 8 Air Force cards. I only have... They're gonna eat. And then I can, like, with the small ones, they can, like, do double blocks, double block, jump. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flyers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flyers. And then on the ground they have 6 creatures, and I have 6 on the ground as well. They can just trade all these 3/2s for my rabbits. Eat a rabbit, chump a guy. And yeah, I mean, they lose some stuff. They will have to, like, they can eat these 2 6/7s with the 7/8s. They can chump 2 of these guys, eat my Twinmaw, and then double block one guy and chump the other to protect the Quint and chump everything else. So I lose 2 6/7s. I might also just, nah, I won't die in the swing back. No way. The board will be pretty decimated for sure. It's a really interesting situation. I don't have the rope time though. Oh, they gave me the full rope back. But these will all be gone. This will be gone. This will be gone. I mean, every ground creature. No, this guy will be left. And I'll have like these 3 left or something, or these 2 left. And then I have like these 2 guys left. 3 of them left. And 1 7/8 is gonna get double blocked, and these 2 die. And for them, like, this dies, these 2 die. Maybe one of them dies. Oh my god. I don't think I'm supposed to attack. Tough. Maybe this guy is supposed to attack. Can get double blocked by these. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That was tricky. Block. And all my creatures are like 8/9s, so that's nice. Oh wow, what the heck are you doing? So they're playing for when, like, Quint is obviously insane if you have it still in play when you're -6, right? Wait a minute, can you not -6 and just cast a Quint from a graveyard? Isn't that possible? You know, you see what I'm saying there? Because it, like, exile any number of targets. Oh, it chooses the targets, I guess. It chooses the targets, so it can't recast itself. Okay. All right, now I have 0 on the clock, so I have to. They have 2 more ground blockers, so I'm not getting through on the ground. I also have bigger guys on the ground now, though. I think now my attacks are probably good. I wonder if I should even attack on the ground. I mean, my 15-15 can get in there, I guess. I think my rabbits can... I think I'm not going to attack on the ground besides with this guy. I think I'm just going to attack all of them at Quint. This is insane. I guess this... Yeah. All my creatures are going to untap, so there's no way of me dying. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what will happen here. I mean, I'm probably gonna die to this ultimate. It's like they can obviously let their Quint survive here. Oh, they're going for multiple double blocks. And then jump block, jump block. Yeah. They're reconsidering things. I'm gonna be on like 60 life or something after this attack. Well, they will be also at 60. Yeah. The Quint ultimate, I don't know why they didn't go for it last time. I mean, now it's not going to kill me any longer because I have infinite life. But it's still going to do a lot of damage. They have right hand. Okay, sure. Why do you kill the 7-6? You could have killed an 8-9. What the frick? Killed the bigger one. Killed the bigger one. Alright. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. 60 life to 64. No biggie. Alright, make it bigger. Okay, go ahead. 4, 9, 11 creatures to my 5, 11. Okay, my friend, if you Quint here, you're gonna generate 11 mana plus 3, 6, 7. 21 mana and your entire graveyard. So you can get rid of, you can get these sages back into play. And you can like Season of the Burrow, that's 11 spent. And then you can... They only target those, okay. I don't know what they're doing, but okay. What? Why not more? Maybe I'm misunderstanding something, but wouldn't you max out there? Wouldn't you just get more stuff? Wouldn't you get the assembly too? The right send to kill, I guess right send costs 5 here, but what? All right, whatever. I mean, they're gonna kill both my Virtue and my Seasons, so I'm gonna draw 2. So I hopefully draw into, sorry, my Virtue and my Quint. Hopefully I can draw into another Virtue. Oh, I did. Let's go. Well, as long as I have Virtue advantage, I feel pretty okay, but I guess now they're gonna have so many more flyers, huh? Yikes. I mean, Virtue advantage is gonna win. That's just how it is. I feel like they wasted stuff there. They wasted resources. They also have the Cori though, like they draw 2 cards per turn. I can't believe how good I'm drawing though. Like I'm literally drawing like all the good stuff. Like they only drew one virtue in the top like 27, top 33 cards, you know. So what's the Air Force situation looking like? They have 3, 6, 7, 8. I can make some nice double blocks on my big guys, right? They can like double block. So I think I want to wait. Do I attack with this guy? 18. Pretty big creature. Probably fine for me to attack with that one. Okay. Probably fine for me to attack with that guy. Also attack Quint. And yeah. Just block the rabbit, right? Yeah. Alright. This is crazy. I've gotten really lucky here. Literally drawn all virtues in like my top 30. And virtue is the best card in the matchup. Yeah, I mean, different kind of magic. Different kind of magic. Works, I guess. 2020 assembly worker. 10 11s. Let's go. Whew. Oh no. Wow, they don't even make a knight. Okay. This is gonna get more and more interesting. Oh man. So my guy's at 10 power now. Oh my god. I should have attacked the assembly first. I think I'm gonna chill a little bit longer. They want to activate the monastery rather than make it 2/2. I guess that's reasonable. Yep. That's fine. What a crazy game. This, I don't even know, man. Is this gonna come down to decking? I mean, the Quint ultimate is very scary, right? Like, so I do have to take care of the Quint somehow, some way. This doesn't deal damage to planeswalkers. Okay, hit a planes. Okay. My creatures grow pretty rapidly. I mean, I one-up them every turn. I guess it's like, yeah. I essentially have one virtue in play compared to their 0. I mean, the virtues obviously negate each other. But the problem is they have 2 more in their deck. And they draw 2 cards per turn. I have 0 in my deck. Yeah. The double block situation is annoying. So they can double block my 11-12. They can triple block this guy. Then I can only kill 2. And then I can like double block with 2 of them here. And this guy gets through. Okay. Maybe that's fine. I mean, losing my 11-12 against a 6-7 is pretty bad. There's a double block with these 2 guys, but then they can't block here. But then wait a minute. They have like triple block here, chump here, double block. They have to chump at least with 1 flyer. They lose these 2. They lose this. No, I mean, they block, triple block, triple. So I get to keep 1 flyer in this exchange. They have a ton of ground creatures. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Most of them 4 toughness. These guys are potentially 9/9. I feel like I want to get a little aggressive here. I don't know about these ground guys. I think I'm not attacking with much besides maybe these 2 guys. I have 12 minutes on the clock for what it's worth. So time is of the essence as well, I suppose. I mean, man, I have the Quint in my deck, right? Like the Quint. That sucks. What did they board out for these rights ends? Maybe they boarded out the Charmors. The Stormbrood, Charring Bite. Yeah, that was bad. Now I lose every flyer I have. I'm down to the dragon now, so they can start attacking me. That's not good. That's bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna lose now. That second right end got me good. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah. It's like now I can't even, like, even if I draw a Quint, I can't protect it against the flyer anymore. I think. These rabbits turned 8/8. Pretty buffed up. Kill you. Kill you. Kill both, yeah, sure. And this is a 12 power guy. So I can just kill both of these. Arena trying to get me there. Only wanting me to kill 1, 6, 7. Okay, Arena's resolving all the life. Yeah, but they have a ton of flyers now. This was not good for me. Maybe I get too greedy with my attack. How did so many of them survive? Yeah, they didn't go for the triple block, I guess. They only went for like double blocks. How did so many of them survive though? Wait a minute, what? Whatever. I don't know. They had a lot of them, I guess. The Quint ultimate won them the game. That was a little too much. And they could have done way more damage with that Quint ultimate as well. 5, 4, 6, 10. The Quint was so good this game. Like, also popping out all these ground creatures. Like, if they wouldn't have popped out all these ground creatures, I could have, you know, these rabbits would have done more. I'm down to 1150. Wow, 7, 10, 11. 5, certainly not attacking. Maybe these guys can all attack, I guess. No, these guys can't even attack. Should probably just concede for time reasons. I'm gonna have 1 flyer right now, so that's kind of holding the fort. But if I lose that... Oh, funny, I can actually pump my guy more. I didn't even think about that. Not that it's relevant at this point, but I can do it like in between the untaps here. It's a big assembler. Hardworking guy. Imagine this in paper. Your mind would blow up, literally. Alright, another Monastery, another Plains. I mean, they go down to 20 cards now. think another Quint ultimate is definitely gonna kill me. It's coming up in 2 turns. Like, yeah, that's definitely gonna win the game. So I don't even know what I'm drawing towards, because I can't kill the Quint any longer, right? Because the ground is blocked. I probably have to start attacking. You know what? I'm just gonna concede the game. I think let's not spend any more time on this. This was like a fun little, I don't know what it was. Something. Do you want rest in peace to shut off their Quints? Shuts off your Quint too. Probably not the smartest idea. Wilt-Leaf Liege to pump everybody. I mean, maybe that's better than like this thing. The 2-mana deal 5 seems pretty whatever. Pumping everybody. I mean, how do you kill that thing? You can Charmor it, but they didn't seem to have Charmor in the deck. They didn't show me any Charmors. That seems pretty funny. Could I just play a bunch of recruiters? Maybe just like one of these, free too. Something like this. Yeah, whatever. No removal. Who needs removal? Big flying dragons. Wilt-Leaf Liege. I don't know. I don't know if Wilt-Leaf Liege is even that smart. This is truly heinous. Okay. This is a pretty good hand, right? Like, it doesn't have the virtue, but it's like really explosive. It can put a lot of 2/3s into play. No. Don't think so. I wonder if Quint minus is even correct. We'll see what happens. Like, maybe turn 5 I will want a minus, but maybe it's not actually correct. Don't need that. Maybe just plussing towards ultimate is better. Although the graveyard is pretty empty right now, so. Okay, no 2-drop, that's good. Let's go appraise, and there's virtue. Alright, take that, sure. No, I would really like to hit the Sage here. No recruiter, please. Okay, fair enough. No, recruiter is actually pretty decent. Get in for some damage. Okay, there's the recruiter. I can also put it in my hand for what it's worth, but I think the damage output is pretty real here. Like, I could then play for a grindy situation. Oh man, you have the Right's End. Oh, sucks. Ah, oh, that's such worst case. Okay, fine. Alright. Yeah. Oh man, they blew me to pieces there. And I hit the recruiter, so unlucky. Okay, at least I can't hit the recruiter again. Just Quint minus. Quint minus seems risky because the Quint is dying, probably. I think I might just gonna... Yeah, I think this is better. The house Quint actually dying. Let me think about this. They need to have a removal spell, right? Because I have 3 blockers, at the very least. I could hit the Wilt-Leaf Liege, by the way, so that's how my Quint is gonna die, yeah. Alright, fair enough. So I'm gonna do this first, then. Yeah, let's do this first. The trample would have been somewhat relevant on the assembly worker in the last game, for what it's worth. Having a 32/32 trample from the favor. I don't think I want to attack. No, I have the virtue right now, so I don't want to attack. Okay, I'm on 9 minutes. I have to play fast. My goodness, this is... I kind of enjoy this. It's just so different. Come on, hit recruiter. Not another Sage, please. Oh. Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Yep, I'm just gonna save some time and cast this. It's like 8 minutes. Like, this might just go the same way as the last game. Oh, they're gonna attack with that. Sure. Okay, I think I'm just gonna play Virtue. A little afraid of hitting Wilt-Leaf Liege with this. I guess if I do, then these guys are also big. Hmm. Alright, screw it. Just gonna get this out. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, it makes my Quins definitely worse having Wilt-Leaf Liege in the deck. Alright, phone's going off. Not a Sage. They definitely have the Sage advantage. Just attack me with that. I'll take it. My guys grow bigger. I need them. Alright, I need to do this, and I need to hope that I hit Appraiser or Sage. Please no Wilt-Leaf Liege. Okay. Alright. Good, good, good. Okay. That's good. That's good. Now I have Virtue advantage and a pretty good board state. And these two guys can attack. No, this guy definitely not. They would have to trade a fly if they want to get rid of that thing, so I think I'm going to attack with it. Alright. Are they going to? Sure. I mean, it's reasonable for them to do so, probably. But I think I'm happy about that, kinda-ish. Alright, this looks good. I have a pretty strong advantage here, I would say. If they play a Virtue next turn, that's the best play to have, essentially. Or like Seasons of Burrow, I guess. Wilt-Leaf Liege. Wilt-Leaf Liege relevant for sure here. Like, my board grows significantly. Alright, yeah, I mean that's probably a nail in the coffin. They could have killed Quint there for what it's worth. They would have attacked all. Yeah, I guess I just have this as a line. Alright, pass the turn. I guess the 4/4 could have attacked, but it's fine. Like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm winning on many metrics right now. Even if they Virtue here, I think like the game's gonna drag out. I think the worry I need to have if they find the 5th land here, then to prevent the dying from time. That's my biggest worry at this point, I think. Otherwise I have a huge edge right now. Okay. I just want to get more stuff on the board. I know this trigger is not going to do me much here. Although I guess I can already attack. I can attack with a lot of my things, actually. This guy can attack, this guy can attack. This guy can. And all of these kind of can too, because like, they can triple block one, they can double block another one, that's it. Yeah. I'm gonna get 2 more. I'm at 630 right now. Alright, I mean, this is gonna decimate their board. And then there's no coming back. Yeah, this game is over. Wild. Yeah, I mean, this was a bit of a non-game, I suppose. You know, my opponent just stumbled. Well, I did not stumble. Yeah, now they're staring at lethal next turn. I mean, this is not even... There's nothing they can do. They can discover into some stuff, but... do they even have sages left in the deck? 1, 2... I think they have one more sage. Yeah, they have one more. Yep. That's it. Oh. I like this deck. This deck is fun. Playing the Burrow is definitely... not so much fun. But... yeah, you have to do what you have to do sometimes. And we did come out successfully, fortunately. Yeah. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's too late. They're at 18. Yeah, GG. Whew, what a game. My goodness sakes. Play first. No. No. No, 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 no. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take it. It can go nuts if my guy lives. Planes over there. What does a planes mean? Could be omniscience, I guess. Could be mono white tokens. Blue white control. I'm just gonna slam. I mean, weighing about slow playing things here. Oh yeah. Big, big, big. That was huge. All right. Okay. Another moment of... Okay. It looks like no get loss, at least. I mean, I don't know what's going on over there. If they have no more lies, they should have probably played it. Okay, it's omniscience. Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. No blue-white control. Omniscience. So we have rest in peace in the sideboard to hose them. No, they hit the omniscience. Yikes. We don't like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I feel like the games where they do that on like it's like on crack, right? But then sometimes they just don't find the omniscience that fast, then it's a lot worse. So they just kill the assembler here, which is not the worst. Oh, that was good. Okay. That was pretty good. So I hit them for 10, down to 10. And then Virtue. 5 to 10, and then I have exactly 9. Oh man. I think the Virtue doesn't really cut it. I need to find like a Quint to kill them. Another Etali's favor. Yeah. That's it, I guess. I need them to not have Abielos. They do have everything. Okay. Well, they could brick. Stock up. It's a pretty good start. Okay, yeah. Well, Omniscience having the nuts. Okay. That gets a Jessica Revelation. Jessica Revelation is infinite damage. Not... yeah. Cool. Alright, fair enough. So, do we just put in extra rest in pieces? Or do we... They also have lockdown for what it's worth. I definitely don't need these removal spells, I guess. I can get rid of all of those. It's kind of interesting, huh? So I do bring in this, and then the rest in peace. And then the question is, how many, like, rest in peace sages do I want? Do I want any recruiters? Beza, Wilt-Leaf Liege. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I want a mix of things. A couple of one of these, and then maybe the Stormbrood. I don't know. Interesting. Well, I can just naturally draw the rest in peace, right? If I go Sage first and then Recruiter, it's a little bit better to have some Recruiters in your deck. I think you don't want to go Sage into Sage with your Discovers. You want to go Sage into Recruiter. I don't know. I'll just try it like this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So Sage is a pretty bad card to draw. Recruiter is better to draw. as is rest in peace for what it's worth. I could maybe, I don't know, maybe below on Sage. Sage is just a lot better on turn 2, I feel like. What do I do here? I think I want to do this. Probably. A little afraid, but I need to put pressure on them. Oh, no. Get lost. Soul petition. Into the Floodmaw. Brutal. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it is how it is. Okay. Nope. Sure. I guess, yeah, whatever. Oh, nothing. Okay. Now they drew a Dragonstorm. Okay. Omniscience again. Alright, I'm getting unlucky. It is how it is, I guess. No discovering. Yeah, I mean, my best cards are probably like Quint and like Appraiser, Rest in Peace, and I kept the hand with like just a favor, and I ran right into the bounce spell there. I mean, into the Floodmaw I could not have played around. They would have always kept up a blue, so my Etali's favor was kind of just dead at that point. Yeah. Okay. Lots of into the Floodmaws. Interesting. I'm just gonna cast Omniscience and kill me. No Omniscience. Okay. So this is 3, 5, 7 plus 4, 7, 10. So I have 17. I have 17 death. No, it's 5. So I have lethal over the course of 2 turns, actually. Okay, I like lethal over the course of 2 turns. But maybe they have dispersal. I mean, yeah, I guess they have some interaction. They're going to dispersal my guy. Yeah. So maybe I should just Elegant Parlor. So now it's 14. I think I have a 3-turn clock anyways. They kept the card on top, which is bad. I think I'm just going to Elegant Parlor because I really want to find that, for example. Could have activated my assembler for 1 more damage. Sort of the decision point there, but it's okay. Alright, interesting. I guess that's fine by me. They found it. Okay. They're kind of low on cards. Okay, they're definitely lethal. Alright, well. Sweet deck. Definitely. It's going to have some lopsided matchups. I mean, Omniscience in game 1 is going to be really difficult. Like, the clock isn't that fast, right? We're playing a fair deck that tries to beat up on the red decks. So our Omniscience matchup in game 1 is terrible. And here in the post-board games, you know, we're getting closer to 50-50, but I think even post-board, the win rate is probably in like the 30s and the 40s somewhere. So you go up from like maybe 20% game 1 win rate up to like 35% game 2 and 3 win rate. Like game 2 is going to be a lot higher because you're on the play, but game 3 is going to be absolutely terrible again. So that matchup's rough. But like fair decks, I don't know, something like Demia midrange, Jessica Oculus, for example, I'm not quite sure. Like we do have Right Send, we do have some decent interaction if we gum up the board with these sages. That might be fine against Oculus. The Rest in Peace is a little tricky against them because you know, then you die against their creatures maybe, but hey, maybe not, honestly, because you do have a lot of stuff to gum up the ground, so stuff like Fear of Missing Out, Tears, that wouldn't be that bad. You could run something like Sunfall in the sideboard. That would be good in the Oculus matchup specifically. I guess you can bring in the Seasons of the Burrow, actually. That's probably going to be helpful there too. They're also a potential High Noon deck, so having Seasons against the High Noon opponent is important, or against potential High Noon. We don't know it, but they might have it. Yeah, pretty cool deck. I really, really like the idea of it. I You know, I think maybe I guess a lot of these cards are rotating out. No, this is not rotating. This will rotate though. But it does make me wonder a little bit if you can play this deck post-rotation. Quint is gonna stay, all the Discover stuff is staying, Virtue is staying, Charmo is staying, Right Send is staying. Just this guy is not staying, but we do have that 5-mana dragon that makes a 2/2 for 2 mana. The comment from Tark here also in the deck, right? So this might be a thing post-rotation where this is actually quite powerful. Yeah, I really like the idea. You can also play Stonebrain for what it's worth. Might be a little bit stronger than Rest in Peace, to be honest. In any case, I really like the idea of this deck. Super sweet deck by Brian O'Neill, and I wanted to feature it for you guys. It's going to be a little bit of a hit or miss, but if you are, I don't know, playing best of one, maybe this would be a fun choice into all the red decks, all the Is It Prowess decks. Or if you just feel like you just keep running into red decks or Jesker Arculus, which I've heard that's just a mythic ladder right now, then you're gonna beat up on those decks potentially too. So really sweet idea, really sweet deck. Kind of similar to the Boros Monument deck I tried a week or two ago. These regional championships are bringing out some nice Boros decks lately. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.